End it now!
That's all of the Darkspawn and Venatori. Let's search the place and figure out what they were doing. This explains the Darkspawn we keep finding in the catacombs.
At least they don't know where the Shadow Dragons are.
This note. Knight Commander Lenos of the Minrathous Templars is being paid off by Venatori. Look at this. Draining into the tunnels below the city, perhaps.
One more way the Venatori release blight into our tunnels. I'll tell the other shadows.
The gods gave the Venatori a relic they can use to control Darkspawn.
Hey, Rook. Everything all right in there? Rook, I thought I'd see if you needed help. Did you find anything in there?
The risen gods taught the Venatori how to control Darkspawn. Explains why the hideout was attacked.
We found documents from the Knight Commander. I knew he was crooked. I didn't think he was actually a Venatori.
Let's head back to the shop. We'll discuss things there.
We managed to catch the stragglers fleeing the warehouse.
They'll think twice before coming back here. What else did you find?
The Venatori serve Elganan and Gillenane like we thought. They gave the cult control over Darkspawn.
Great. Sounds like the Venatori are going to be even more trouble.
We can handle anything the Venatori throw at us.
How do we know we can even trust you? You're not from here. You don't know Minrathous like we do. And we know as little about you as we do these risen gods you unleashed.
Now, what is it they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The cult has its hooks deep in the city. Venatori backers sit in the magisterium chambers, and now they wield power given to them by the gods. We'll have to get along if there's any chance of surviving this.
May, what are you doing here? You promised you'd lay low.
Tried it, didn't much care for it.
I'm hoping you're here to help, because we need it.
Rook's been working with us. Mevaris is one of the Shadow Dragon leaders.
Mevaris Talani, formerly Magister Mevaris Talani, at your service.
Wait, formally?
My enemies conspired to have my magisterium seat stripped from me. We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The Shadow Dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan, why?
The first Warden is here to speak with you.
The first Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the Blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again. That Venatori stunt with the Darkspawn has me dreading what's to come.
Warden training taught me that when you spot a Darkspawn, there's at least 20...
But what if the Darkspawn come back?
I'll stand in the doorway and let you scan.
So, hiring the demon of Lyrantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead, but
Too bad.
So, hiring the demon of Lyrantium was your suggestion.
it was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did in Minrathous, the last thing I expected was a Tevinter mage to be involved in breaking... me out.
Well, good. I'd hate for assassins to find me predictable.
Did the Magisterium explain why the Archon's palace rained fire on the city? Wasn't it a mistake? You know how
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. Explain yourself, Warden, and bear in mind that the Order remembers your past recklessness.
Many lives would have been lost if not for my recklessness.
You destroyed a building.
To seal off a Darkspawn tunnel to the surface.
In defiance of orders.
Those orders were wrong, sir.
Your report, Junior Warden.
I was part of a team trying to stop an elven mage named Solus from destroying the Veil. When we disrupted his ritual, something escaped from the Fade, and I clearly sensed the corruption of the Blight.
From this mage, Solus?
No, sir. Solus opposes the Blight. He's actually an elven god, Fen Harel, the Dreadwolf.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
Right, but it all ties together. See, when we disrupted the ritual, Solus got trapped in the Fade. But two of the elven gods got out. Elganan and Gillanane, we think. And they're blighted.
Why would elven gods be blighted?
The ancient elven gods used the Blight. That's why Solus imprisoned them. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
That's not gonna happen.
I assure you, it will.
We don't have time to fight. I need Grey Wardens marching with me, not at me. That's the only way we have a chance to stop the gods and the Blight.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without a disgraced junior warden causing needless confusion. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941, Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
That was close. Wasn't looking forward to being dragged off to a Grey Warden dungeon. Who should I be thanking for the assist?
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Maevaris Talani? Of the Shadow Dragons?
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Maevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen.
Mevaris was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
The first Warden's a problem. If he won't help, I need him to stay out of my way.
I'm sure he'll show up again. Like an ulcer. For now, pay him no mind. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Minrathous lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the Veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need to talk to Varric.